don't date unless you're financially stable, okay? Especially if you're going for a top tier woman like myself. Women, if you're not together and you can't live a lavish lifestyle on your own, you don't need to date. You need to get your together. Same thing with men. You don't need to be in my DM, baby, because I fund my own lifestyle and this is something that I normally do. But Big Laura ain't going. That's why I've been single for the last 4 or 5 years.
I don't think $100,000 is that much money. I don't think $100,000 is that much money to ask your man to make if you're making that much money.
Why not? 90% of the country makes $32,000 a year.
I didn't say.
So you're looking for the top 10%.
If you're in the top 10%, you should be looking for the top 10%. How's that not fair?
Because the top 10% of men have all the options. Why would he pick you making $100,000 when he could pick anybody?
She also has options.
The choice.
She don't have options. Men don't care about their money. If she's beautiful, she has options. Yes.
People with money have options.
No.
I think he's saying that men have more options when they're making that amount than women who are making that amount who want to find a guy who's making the same amount.
Right. The woman is looking for the top 10% of men. The man is looking at the 100% of women.
But why should she not be?
Because she's limiting her options at that point. I know these guys that make a lot of money, they don't want a woman making a lot of money because when they say we got to get up and go, they want to get up and go. They don't want the chick making $100,000 that got to go to the office. They don't want the chick that is the CEO of whatever business because when they want to get up and go, they want to get up and go.
And once again, these women that are considered high earners or six-figure earners, they don't understand that. Now, you take the women just in general, right? Average earning women who say the dating pool just sucks and it's full of this, it's full of that. And they don't understand that part about these men who make that amount of money, right? I'm not saying it doesn't happen, and you do have some dudes who make that kind of money who will get with a woman that makes that kind of money, but he does have those options, right? He does have those options. Now, the Poor Minds podcast, they had, I forgot bro's name, but they had him on there. And they were discussing, and I'll throw the clip in here if I can find it. They're discussing how women in their youth get access to these men. And they basically just play around with the guys their age a lot of times because they're getting money, they're getting access to different things by dealing with these guys. And they're in these different rooms. They're having businesses paid for, tuition paid for, all these other things, cars being paid for. And then when those guys who are high value men or high earners, if they don't marry them, they're just playing around with them because they were once those young men that the ladies were playing with, and they got into their 30s and 40s and they reached their financial stride, and then they dismissed these women and nothing became of it. They just had a good time with the women, and now the women want to settle for the guys once she gets in her 30s and 40s, and these guys are like, no, I'm good. Women have these unrealistic expectations. As he said, 90% of the country makes $32,000 or less, right? And we getting into this top 10. I deserve top 10, but baby, it doesn't happen like that. And nobody wants to deal with, like he said, well, I got to clear this, I got to clear that. I don't care how much money you got. Women just don't realize that, man. But let's get on to the next clip, guys. Let's go.
Quick message. In 2025, don't date unless you're financially stable, okay? Especially if you're going for a top tier woman like myself. I have my own money. I have my own clout. I know how to cook. I know how to clean. I have my own businesses, and I fund my own lavish lifestyle on my own. Can't nobody say they gave me shit, right? Don't date unless you're financially stable, especially if you're seeking out a top tier woman. This is for men and women. Women, if you're not together and you can't live a lavish lifestyle on your own, you don't need to date. You need to get your together. Same thing with men. Y'all don't need to be in my DM. Y'all need to be on Indeed filling out an application. You know what I'm saying? Holler at me later on, because I do big shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be trying to take me out. I be sending them where I want to go, and this is something that I normally do with my life on my own, and they be acting like it's too pricey. You don't need to be in my DM, baby, because I fund my own lifestyle, and this is something that I normally do. You need to be on Indeed filling out an application. Don't date unless you're financially stable. I'm not going. I can't speak for nobody else, but Big Laura ain't going. That's why I've been single for the last 4 or 5 years.
So y'all heard Big Laura. She said she is not going. And like all women, they've all been single and celibate for the past 4 or 5 years, maybe celibate for 2, right? And you sending him, she's like, I'm sending him where I want to go at. And if you can't take me there, oh, well, baby, all this stuff, I mean, it sounds good. I'm going to call cap on this. you basically just never gonna go out. And I guess you saying you're not gonna settle for some type of dude. Ladies, if you just looking for this one dude and you looking for him to be all yours and have everything that you want, the 6 foot plus, all these other things that you desire, y'all just need to be realistic. These ain't the dudes that's clapping. These ain't the dudes that's getting it in. It sounds good when you make these videos like that. Women, attractive women, as the guy said on the previous video, that is her currency, right? That is her value. Her value's in her beauty. So she can be dead broke and want to date, even though it doesn't make any sense. Because men don't care about how much money you make. But when you start making demands of average dudes and dudes that you need to do this, and you don't even have a place to stay, that's completely different. It's just for recreational use only and to get clapped up. That's all. Don't date unless you're financially stable. Man, financially stable is basically by what you mean. They have to make the amount of money that you want them to make. That's what financially stable sounds like based off what this lady right here is saying. So guys, if you ain't making what she making, you're not financially stable. You're not financially stable enough to take her out. You're not financially stable to do all these things that she wants to do. It's a cold world, man. On to the next video, guys. Let's go.
This is why I feel you need to fuck with men that are going to do something for you on a monetary level. Make your life easier, pay for nails, gifts, etc. Today I was having a tough day. Wasn't feeling that good. I looked down at my wrist, okay? A man bought me this watch. I looked down at it and I was like, oh, like this is shiny and there's diamonds on it. And I deserve diamonds. And it made me feel better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like my watch. The same gentleman bought me a designer handbag. Every time I wear that bag, I love it. I get compliments on that bag. You understand? That does not equate to a man telling you on a rough day, well, that sucks that you're having a rough day. What the f does that do for me? Especially coming out of a man's mouth. Because you know everything that comes out of a man's mouth is utter f***ing trash and garbage and it doesn't mean anything. Do something for me, okay? Make my life easier. And if you can't do that, I ain't got shit for you.
Baby, it seems like you ain't got shit for me anyway, but attitude and maybe some buns. That's all I get out of the equation. Putting some diamonds on your wrists. This transactional dating, this transactional BS, this new age prostitution, ladies just need to say what it is and just say it. And y'all try to cover up, you try to mask prostitution with dating and broke boys and all these other things. A lot of these women, if you know how they living, guys, I'm just saying, if you really knew how they were living, you would shake your head, man. So anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think about these videos. Comment below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Much blessings and abundance. Stick around for the next videos. It's going to pop up on the screen below. That's where I'm going to see you guys at. It's your favorite everything. This is Wisdom. I'm the best. Let's run it up to 1 million. Quit playing with me. Peace.